Hello?
Miss Katara,
Yes, honey.
tell me how your evening's going.
I'm working, listening to you spew this hatred.
I'm going to do something to you that everybody has saw me do in front of
Hey,
everybody.
baby.
Can you name something that I've said that can be proven wrong or is just downright not true?
I mean, but is it necessary for you to sit up here and just hate your own race that way? Your own kind that way?
Ma'am, I need you to think. I need you to slow down and think before you speak. I need you to listen
It
to me.
does not matter. It does not matter. That doesn't matter. Thinking is not.
So the
It
truth
does not
doesn't
matter.
matter. So it doesn't matter whether or not I'm telling the truth, right?
You're just contributing to the division of the race. You're making black women look terrible in front of every race that's online right now. And it's terrible that you're doing it. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It does not matter. It's not like you're not contributing to these women's lives. You're not raising these women's children. You don't even have to look at these women, but here you are just spewing hatred.
Do you mind camming up for me?
I don't have 1,000 followers on here, so I cannot turn my camera on.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yes,
I want us to have a reasonable conversation.
I'm listening.
Do you have children?
No, I don't have any children.
Are you married?
No, but I have been married before.
Why didn't that work out?
Because he was abusive.
Were you abusive in any way at all as well?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, ma'am, I really want you to understand this.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Do you know that even when a spouse cheats on another spouse, when you go to marriage therapy, do you know that they say the person who got cheated on, there is some way that you participate in this. Yet you're telling us you didn't really do anything wrong.
Sir,
I want to prove you
the
wrong, right? I want to
situation,
prove you wrong right here.
the
You've
situation
never
we had
met
going
me before.
on.
You've never met me before. You don't
Never
know
met you.
me.
Don't know anything
Yet
about
you came up here spewing your vitriol. So we know that that spewed out into your relationship as well, ma'am.
you. Absolutely not, sir. You have no idea the dynamic that I had going on in my relationship. I was very young at the time I got married. I was abused. I was controlled. So there's no way I could have contributed to cheating. I was everything that he wanted me to be
So did you
until I
listen?
got
If
tired.
you were everything that he wanted you to be, why did he treat you like he did?
He was a fucking. Sorry, my bad. My bad. He was a horrible human being.
Okay, so
That's
why
why
did you marry a horrible human being?
he didn't start out that way.
Every time.
Well, that's how men. You know how men are.
Well, no, I don't associate with those type of men. The men I
Oh,
associate with,
well,
all of
you're
them are
being abusive.
multi-homeowners, sports agents, and things like that.
Well, you're being verbally abusive right now.
Ma'am, I need you to listen to me
I'm listening.
because I want to
I'm listening.
apologize to you. The moment that you tell me what I have said that is not true or inaccurate, I want to apologize to you in front of everyone. I want to apologize to all African American women.
He's
If I've
being
said
very
anything that is,
verbally the
if I have
chat.
said
He's
anything
being
that is not
very
true,
verbally abusive.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking to the chat. Someone said, "How is he being abusive?" He's
But
being
I'd like for you to
verbally
focus on
abusive.
me, ma'am. I'd like you to focus
Oh,
on me
okay. All right. I'm listening.
because I have no qualms. Listen, I'm a man. I have no qualms with apologizing when I've done wrong. Now, in this context, the only way that I could have done wrong is if I'm up here saying things that aren't true and giving bad women a bad rep. So I'd like for you to tell me. You said I'm up here bashing black women and things. I'd like for you to tell me what I have said. Ma'am, listen, you can't talk over me. See, this is what, this is what I'm telling you. You were probably doing this in your relationship and you don't want to admit it.
Absolutely no.
So you're just doing it up here, but in regular life, you know how to behave.
I know how to conduct myself
So
when it's
why are
time
you
to
attempting to
conduct.
talk over me then?
Because you're leading with the wrong voice. And I'm trying to
So let
correct
me
you
ask you
before
this.
you say something.
Is
So
there
go
a
ahead.
time to be rude?
I would say so. Yeah, there are times and places for everything. Yes, I do agree. There's time to be rude when
Hey,
someone
would
is
you mind
trying
turning
to.
your TV down? A lot of people are saying they can hear it.
Oh, I work in a nursing home, so a lot of my patients can't hear. So my TV's on
Okay,
very
so
low.
listen, I really want to ask you again, ma'am, because it's important that you tell me what I have said that is not true. Because if I'm up here just saying things and lying on black women, I do owe an apology to the entire community.
I agree with some of the things that you say. I agree with some of the things that you say. Wholeheartedly, I do. I
Okay,
do
so can
believe
you
that
tell me
black.
the things that you disagree with?
I don't disagree with what you're saying. I disagree with your delivery, with the way that you're on a platform spewing a black women or weave wearing da da
Ma'am,
da da. And I just
would you agree that
that's
about 80% of African American women wear weaves?
I agree, but do you not know other ethnicities wear weave? Do you not know that other women
Ma'am, we're
wear
not talking
weave?
about them, ma'am. We're talking
So
about the
why?
women who you're making it seem like I lied on.
My thing is,
I
why
need you to
don't
hold
the
on. I
whole
need you to hold on and slow down. You're not grabbing this.
I'm listening to you.
You're up here admitting that the things that I have said are true, but you take issue with them.
I do because you don't know what is triggering for someone. You're setting out a lot of triggers for people. People have been traumatized by different things, by different events, and you're taking people. You could be taking someone to a dark place. You have
Okay,
no
so
idea
I
what
want to
you're
say this
doing.
to you. Are you in your 40s?
I'm 41. Absolutely.
Do you remember Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake, and all those shows?
Yes, I do. Hmm.
Okay. Ma'am, long before the internet came about, you guys had access to syndicated talk shows where you guys went up there daily and tore men apart. Men couldn't even condemn you guys. I want to show you, I want you to listen. I just want you to get this.
Hmm.
For 40 years, ma'am, you guys were allowed to do whatever you wanted to without men being able to even express their opinions on how wrong they thought these things were because we didn't have the internet. We just had to sit back, watch these shows, and listen to the music, don't want no scrubs. So, ma'am, listen to me when I say this. What you are suggesting right now that I do and tone it down or something like that, ma'am, you guys had that for 40 years. You had it even better. Not only was it toned down, men couldn't speak. So you guys had 40 years of men not saying anything, and you didn't get better. You got worse. So, do you suggest we keep not saying anything?
Well, I mean, to me, it does not matter. Your opinion is your opinion. Women are going to do what they want to do. Women are going to be the way they want to be,
And you're okay with
or
that, right?
whatever.
You're
I
okay
mean,
with women doing what they want to do and being what they want. You're okay with that.
that is their life. They have to answer
It's
to
not
God
their
for
life.
that.
They're destroying an entire
It
community.
absolutely is. So it absolutely is. You should not allow someone else to bring. No one should allow someone else to bring them down or fail at. I mean, be terrible looking in
Have you
society
noticed,
or
ma'am, that
fail
you're
in
not
life or
answering any of
whatever.
my questions?
I have definitely answered all of your questions.
So my question to you is this. What if Martin Luther King had have took your position and just minded his own business? What if Malcolm X had have did it, ma'am?
I don't think they behaved in the manner that you're behaving. You are just spewing hate. It's hate speech.
Listen,
They
have
plain
I
and
raised my voice
plain
to
and
you since
simple.
we've been on here?
I have not screamed at you. Mm-mm. No, you
Ma'am,
have
you're
not.
missing my point. I'm trying to ask you, if I'm not raising my voice, calling you names or anything, how can you say anything about my delivery, ma'am? Do I seem calm and assertive to you right now?
You do. You're very calm. You do.
So how
And
can you
assertive.
say I appear to be very calm, but also say that I'm pushing out factual hatred, ma'am?
Because it is. It just, I mean, the way you're just saying it, and I'm not the only one that is saying it. Look at your chat. Like, people are like going nuts on you. And
But listen,
It's just
listen,
because it's
listen.
just for no reason.
I need
It's
you to
because you're
understand what you
being
just said,
calm
ma'am.
and
I need you to
assertive.
understand what you just said. You just told me that you couldn't name anything that I said that was wrong, yet you also admitted that there's black women down in the chats going nuts. That means there's a whole lot of nutty people down there, ma'am. You said this out of your own mouth. There's nothing that I said that is wrong, but it offends people. So that's a you problem, ma'am, right?
No, it's not. No, it is. It is not. It's not. I don't have a problem with you saying you don't. You don't get up under my skin. You're not offending me at all. Not at all. Nothing that you're saying is gonna make me wake up
Do you
tomorrow and
believe that you
decide to
slandered
be
my
a
name?
completely different
Do you
person.
believe that you slandered my name?
No, you're slandering your own name by sitting up here and spewing hate speech. You're just being hateful. You're just being hateful. You have not said anything about an Asian woman or Caucasian. You have not said
They
anything
are not my
about it.
concern, ma'am. They are doing far great. They're doing far better than you are. They're not my
Why are
concern.
you are out of
Wouldn't you
your
call me a sellout? Listen,
blood
wouldn't
sucking
you
mind?
call? Listen, hold on.
You're absolutely a coon. Yes.
Wouldn't you call me a sellout if I was over there trying to fix Asian women's problems when our house has? It's not a burning house, ma'am. Our house has burnt down.
Why don't you
Would
go
you
and,
be?
and,
Listen, let
and
me
do
ask you this,
something
ma'am.
positive
Hold
with your
on.
platform instead of
You said I
continue?
should focus on black women's positives.
Thank you. Exactly. Thank you.
Hold on,
What
ma'am. Hold
what
on,
are
hold
what is
on.
positive? Because people
Now
say
I'm
a lot
going to
of
get
things.
some help from you in doing this. Now I need you to think about this before you answer because I've done this before and I know where it's about to go. I need you to name me something about something amazing about African American women that is known worldwide about them. Name me something amazing about African American women that every other group of people sing African American women's praises. Now, in the Asian community, if you were to ask that about the Asian community, people would say they're very feminine, they're very submissive. If you say it about white women, you'd say they're very soft and they're very submissive. Now, and I'm going to ask you, what amazing thing is known about African American women worldwide?
We are known definitely for our strength. Black women are very, very, very strong individuals. I don't have children, but I've sit up and watched a ton of black women raise their kids on their own and didn't blink while they were doing it.
Ma'am, I really need you to search yourself and understand how terrible everything that you just said was. You just
Are you
basically
kidding
said
me?
black women, you just basically said this. Because
That's
black
because
women are out there having 5 times the abortion of any other race and they don't
I
have
don't say
sex with
that.
men who make good fathers, they have to raise those children by themselves. And I applaud them for that. Do you know who we applaud? We applaud women who won't have sex with anybody that they're not married to, ma'am. We applaud women who will not allow you to release inside them until this is a
That
serious relationship.
you act like black women are the only race that has children
Ma'am,
without the father
63%
even
of African
knowing.
American women have multiple children by multiple men.
What are you talking about? And you know why? You know why black women have to raise their own children and be single parents? Because the sorry ass black men, because of y'all,
Ma'am, do you know I've brought these women on here and
because
they have
of
admitted?
y'all.
Do you know I have brought black women on this show and they have admitted that they don't want the responsible man? They need that man who brings the excitement to the relationship.
That's a lie.
It's
That's a
not a
lie.
lie, ma'am.
Because
Listen, I need you to
it's a
listen
lie.
to
I
this.
don't believe
It doesn't
it.
matter
I
if you
definitely
believe it or
don't
not. You
believe
don't
it.
have a lot of information. But I want to say this to you 88% of the entire black population of children were created by 20% of the hood niggas. That by itself tells us what you're attracted to. You're not attracted to the men who went to college. You're not
And
attracted
in
to the
this
men who own 2 or 3 homes. You guys are all you are about is money. You have 5 times the abortion of any other race, right?
y'all, first of all, I don't have an issue, and that's another problem that I'm having with you. You're like clustering all of us in one group. We're not all the
So let me ask you
same.
this: Would you date?
But
Let me ask you this: Would you date me knowing what you know about me?
I don't know. I really don't know anything about you. But the way you're talking right now, I don't think that you like black women. So
Okay, so let me ask you
I don't
this.
think that you're interested in black women at all.
Listen, me and you are in a relationship. I really want to ask you this. Are you familiar with Derek Jackson?
No, who is that?
Are you remember with well if you, huh?
I'm always open to learn. I'm always open to learn new things.
Let me ask you this, ma'am. I want to ask you this. Me and you are in a relationship. Based on what you know about me, do you believe that I have the ability to lead our family? Do you believe that I have a detailed enough mindset to hold on, no, we don't do that. We're going to go to church on da da da. Hey, we don't dress like that. I'm asking you, ma'am, do you believe that I possess leadership qualities to lead a family in the right direction?
I think you're very strong man. Yes, I do. I think that you could. Yeah.
Ma'am, I've done it already. I've done it already.
No. Okay. Okay. Are you still with your wife?
I don't put that aspect of our personal business out there. People try to dig and get in places of employment and things and call and get, so I don't even, But my question to you is this. My question to you is this. If you of your own mouth can acknowledge that in your opinion, I haven't said anything up here that's inaccurate or is a lie, ma'am, what's the problem?
I don't agree with. I didn't say that what you're saying is not inaccurate. I don't agree with the way that you're saying.
So
You're
here's what I need
doing
you to do.
things,
I need you to do
and I
this.
don't believe that you should categorize all black women. I don't think you should put us all in a group.
So you think that that's what
You're
I'm
putting
doing.
us
Hold
all.
on. Let me say this. Let me
That's
say
exactly
this.
what you're doing.
Let me say this. Look at this ignorant fool right here. I need to show you guys something. I need to show you guys something. We have a woman down here who says he wants someone to want him and depend on him. Ma'am, 100% of men do, ma'am. It is how we lead families in the right direction. She doesn't even know this. She thought she ate. She doesn't even know that that's how it's supposed to be. And this, ma'am, is what I'm telling you right now. You guys don't know what women are because you are 5 generations removed away from the women who are teaching their daughters how to be wives. Ma'am, there's no way at all that you ladies should be up here saying things like, well, your information's not bad, but I don't like. You must be under the guidance of a man because a
You
man
should.
would tell you, babe, listen, if nothing wrong was said, then now you have to rely on the effectiveness of the information. My information is proven. It has already turned out results, ma'am.
There are women like that in every race, every ethnicity. There are
Not the
women
same
that
number,
do.
ma'am. Not the same number. That's why it's and I want to touch this. I want to ask you something. So you said it's not fair for me to put all black women in the same box. I want to ask you something, and I really want you to answer me of a sincere heart. Ma'am, do you really believe that all white people are racist?
To a certain degree, absolutely. Some are
Do
more
you
racist
also
than others.
believe that all black men are gangbangers?
No, absolutely not.
Do you
No,
believe that all black women set that coochie out?
no,
So, ma'am, we find it very preposterous that you guys think you have to come up here and tell us not not all women. Why would you ever think that there is no all in every anything, ma'am? Why do you think
but
we say a specific statistical number? Because that specific statistical number separates itself from the other group of women. If we say
you're
63% of African American women have multiple children by multiple men, right? Ma'am, that simply means that there's another 37% who don't, right? Which by itself indicates not all. And it
but
affects us when we have to explain these very elementary and simple concepts. Like we don't think that we should have to explain that we didn't mean all pastors are crooks, all black men don't have jobs. Like that's regular adult conversation, right?
no, no. Most. But when people are trying to get their point across or trying to prove a point, they will say, not all, but some. You have got to say that, because if you don't say that,
Why do we
you're
have to say
having,
that, ma'am? There is all of
because there are
nothing.
a lot of idiots online. There are a lot of idiots on the internet. You have got to say that if you're not going to
Ma'am, you
do
can't
every
name
race.
one. You can't give me the link to any show on all social internets combined where anybody said all of anything. You can't name one. I'll go look it up right now on this phone right here. Give me the name, ma'am. You've never heard that, ma'am. You've never
I'm
heard it.
talking about
No one can
a
even make a
TV
statement
show.
like that.
I'm
All
talking
light
about a
bulbs are
TV show.
white. No, they're not. And see, this is what
I
I'm saying to
said
you.
I
This is
did
why
not
it's so hard
say
for us
that.
to communicate with you.
I'm, I'm not. Have I raised my voice at you? Have I not heard you out
Well,
on
you
what
did
you
initially
think?
come up very disrespectful. Yes, you did.
Okay, because you just said, because the last thing I heard you say was a weave wearing black woman and some other hate speech that you spew. I have no idea
Why
what
is
that
it
is.
hateful if
I feel
you've
like
admitted to me that it's the truth?
because, sir, now you know what. Don't sit up here and play mind games with me. You know what you're saying. It's hateful. You're trying to draw a crowd. You're
Ma'am,
trolling,
I am
and I
trying to get black
understand.
women to stop doing the things that are collapsing our
They're not.
community, ma'am.
Baby, they're not gonna do. They're not gonna listen to you.
You
They're
said they're
not
not
gonna
going to
stop
listen?
wearing weave.
So
No.
why do I get the inboxes of women that tell me, I just appreciate you so much, and I have my two younger daughters watching your show too? Why, ma'am?
Because they are probably low self esteem women that are used to men abusing them, verbally abusing them on top of
They're married.
that. And
You
just
guys
verbally
aren't married.
abusing. Verbally. I won't get married because
Ma'am, you
because
can't get married and you
what,
know it.
are you out of your mind? You're out of your
Ma'am, I've dealt with you,
flipping
ma'am.
mind.
Listen, okay, I take that back. You're right.
You've been
You're
on the
right.
phone with me for
You're
5
right. You're
minutes.
right. You're right. I apologize. I'll say this. You can't get married to a man of quality. I'm not saying that to be hurtful to you, ma'am. I'm telling you, I have the
Okay.
information that can get you on the right path. You are
That's
not a very
that's
pleasant
your
woman.
opinion.
I appreciate that you did get on a pleasant path and respectful path, but the fact that you would come up on the world net and spew vitriol to someone who you don't know, who's not been loud to you, who's not been obtrusive
I
to
have
you,
not been
it
loud with you
suggests that
not one
that's the
time,
same way
sir.
that you would be inside of a relationship.
That is not true.
Okay, so let me
If
say
a
this to you.
man, if a man is leading me the right way, you're not gonna disrespect me in any kind of way. That's, I mean, if you're gonna be disrespectful and just downright abusive, like I just said, then no, absolutely not. I'm not gonna approve
I
of
want
that.
to say this to you, ma'am. I
But
want
if
to
you
say this
can
to you.
lead me the right way, I'm submissive. I can be a leader. I can be submissive. I can be all of that.
Oh, so you think a man wants you to come in and be a leader, huh?
I did not say
See,
that.
ma'am, you
But
don't even know
some
anything
women,
about men.
I said I could be either or.
You
I
shouldn't.
have had I have had men. I was engaged before, and I called the shots on a lot of stuff. Like, he basically
So listen, I need you to
allowed
hold on,
me
hold on,
to
hold on,
be.
hold on. It's like I have to break these things down for you. I want you to know what you just said. I was in a relationship and I was playing the man role. You
So
picked
men
a
are very
man,
wrong.
you
So
picked a man that you had to play the man role over. And you, ma'am, were responsible for picking him.
I was not the provider by any means. I
It
didn't
doesn't matter.
provide
You said the
anything.
leadership role, ma'am. It doesn't matter. That
Well,
means this
not
man,
how I did
that
it
means this
best.
man did not have the wherewithal to be assertive and make the decisions that are best suitable for the best possible life outcome for the two of you.
Well, you cannot sit up here and just say he's less of a man because he's
Any
not.
woman who has to pick up the leadership role because a man is not asserting it is an issue. And you have already proven this to us by the fact that you're no longer with him.
You don't you don't know the you
I
don't know
know
the
it didn't work
situation
out,
at
ma'am.
all.
I know it didn't work out.
Well, you
I
could
want
be
to say
right
this to
about
you as well.
that.
I want to say this to you as well.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking
What you keep
about
what you keep
how
telling me
I
about,
view
and
you.
listen, ma'am. You know I haven't been obtrusive or disrespectful to you. But we're going to talk like two adults. Let's go. Turbulence, people. Ma'am, it doesn't matter why. your value is so low to where you cannot attract the caliber of men that you would not have those complaints about. All I've heard you talk about since you've been up here has been the low quality of man that has led you to judge men, right? And the fact that you've been dealing with these men, ma'am, the universe doesn't often get it wrong. Trust me when I tell you that you get your equal match. Trust me when I tell you this. The universe does not often get it wrong. You will not be a fit, friendly, feminine, attractive type of woman and have to deal with Ray Ray. You will have options that far exceed Ray Ray and Pookie.
I don't deal with Ray Rays or Pookies.
So where
That's
did you
not
get all of
check
the
my
information
profile,
on
baby.
these bad men from?
Rachel.
Where did you get
They're
everything
not
I've heard
bad
you say
men.
was pertaining to a low value man?
They're not bad men. They're not bad
Ma'am,
men
you
just
told
because
me one of them you had to
just
pick up the
because
leadership role, ma'am.
what, what is
Do
so
you have any
terrible
clue
about
how
it?
terrible that is?
That is nothing wrong with that. Some
Hey,
men,
all of
there
the
is
men and women
absolutely
in the
nothing wrong
comments,
with that.
give me a thumbs up, ladies, if you desire a man where you have to pick up the leadership role. Give me a thumbs up. And fellas, you give me a thumbs up if you think that that's the way it's supposed to go. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree wholeheartedly. Watch this, ma'am. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Ma'am,
Oh my
everybody
God,
knows
these
that's
are
not the way it's
men.
supposed to go. These are men and women saying this. And the fact that you had to settle for a man who didn't have leadership skills, ma'am, it means your value is low. It could be
You know,
because you're
I lose
overweight.
mine.
It could be because you're obtrusive. I don't know you, so I can't name exactly what it is. But, ma'am, it's not because you're amazing. Men don't typically see something amazing and say, you know what? I'm going to walk in the other direction. We don't typically do U turns from things that are amazing and pleasant. This is where you guys
That is
came with that
lying.
thing, single by
He
choice.
is
No, you're
not.
not, ma'am. There's a man in your
That
head
does
that
not
you've
make
built.
him a terrible
There is
man.
a man in your head who you wish you could have.
No,
You know what he looks like. You know how tall he is. You know his ding ding
no,
size. This is the
no, I
ideal
don't.
man that you would love to have. He hasn't
No, I
come because
don't.
you don't qualify for him. Men simply have no problem admitting that, ma'am. What we do is we go back to the drawing board and we level ourselves up in the area that is probably most preventing us from being able to execute our romantic poise on this woman. We don't lie about it. Nuh-uh, ma'am, you have to be low in value. Studies show we cross paths with 50,000 people a year. If we set that, let's say that you cross, ma'am, you cross paths with 20,000 men a year. If you have been single, ma'am, for 5 years, that means you've crossed paths with 100,000 men, and nothing about you has impacted those men strong enough to compel even one of them to lock you down so that no one else could get you.
You're out of your flipping mind. I'm not even gonna argue with you about that because that is total opposite.
So you're telling me you
I'm not gonna
can get
argue
the
with you.
listen. You're telling
I'm
me
not gonna
you
argue with you,
can
honey.
get the man that you want,
Absolutely.
but you just don't want him.
One thing about me is I don't go after. I
Ma'am,
don't
do
go
you know
after
how
men.
foolish
I
everything
don't
that you
hunt
just said
men.
sounds? I can get an amazing man, but I'm
Of
simply
course I
choosing
can,
not to.
because I'm amazing. I'm an amazing human being. That's how.
He's an
That's why I
amazing
don't.
man. It sounds like a match made in heaven.
And then when I pass cars, I pass with cars. I'm not hunting a man. I'm not going to look for a man. I'm not in men's DMs. I don't
Ma'am, since the
party. I
beginning
don't
of time,
club. I don't do
since
any
the
of that.
beginning of time, quality women have never had to go hunt for men. Men hunt for them, ma'am, every day. You cross
Exactly.
paths. Listen, you cross
Exactly.
paths with roughly 10 or
Exactly.
20,000 men a year, ma'am. You don't have to hunt for them. We both know
Exactly.
this to be
And
true.
I'm not.
The fact of the matter is, the men you're crossing paths with aren't seeing enough inside of you that's valuable for them to lock you down. I'll go a step
I
further.
mean,
We're gonna
do
talk
you know
real. We're gonna
anything
talk
about me?
real.
Do you know
Have you
anything
had
about me?
SEX in the last 12 months?
Yes. That's not none of your business, but yes.
Well, we're talking as two adults. I figure like me and you are cool enough to where we can talk, right? I've had SEX in
Yeah,
the
we're
last 12 months, ma'am, by
we're
different
cordial.
women.
Yes.
I'm ashamed to admit that, but I'm getting myself together, right? I don't. We tell the truth up here, right? So my question is, you're telling me that you have access to an amazing man, but instead of dealing with that amazing man, you'd rather allow somebody to use you for your body and not leave anything in his will for you, not leave
How
your
do you
name on the house, right? This is what
how
you're
do you know
telling
I
me.
wasn't how do you know I wasn't using him? I could have been using him. We could have been using each other.
Okay, do you know what they call women like that?
Well,
Do you
so
know how sacred your
I
body?
rather
Do you know how
deal
sacred your body is, ma'am?
I'd rather deal with that than to deal with a man that
That
I don't even
amazing
I mean
man
I
that
may
you
not
said you have access to.
I may not
Turbulence, people.
I may not the fact that y'all think women are supposed to just settle down and be married tomorrow and have
Hey,
men
watch this. I
lined
want to
up
show you
around the
something. I want to
corner,
show you the difference
that's
between men and
crazy.
women.
I
Fellas
mean,
down in the comments, do give me a thumbs up, except for under extraneous circumstances where it's life threatening. Give me a thumbs up if you think that men who absolutely do not take care of their children are pieces of shit. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree with me. Watch this, ma'am. Uh-oh, there we go. Uh-oh,
oh
there
my
we
God,
go.
you're dealing with a bunch of.
Ma'am,
I'm
these
not even.
men
I'm
just
not even
admitted
gonna
that men who
call.
don't
I'm
take
not
care
even
of their
gonna
children are
call what
pieces of
these
shit.
men are in this
We
shit.
don't have it in us to be delusional like you. We don't
I
have it in
totally
us to be
agree.
telling
I
these
totally
lies.
agree with that. I totally agree with that. I totally agree
Well,
with
we
that.
know you'll
Men
agree
that
with
don't
that,
take
but
care
you
of
won't
women.
agree with it when we say that women who have multiple children by multiple men are 403s. You won't agree with that. You won't agree with it when
I did
men
not
say
say
we don't
that.
like how
I did not
when we say
say
we
that.
don't like
I
that you
did not
guys
say that.
take other human beings' hair and glue it in your head and it
I did not
smells like
say that.
the stuffing from inside one of those really old couches. You don't
Well,
like that, right?
talk about the men that are glowing these toupees on and that are spraying these beards on. Don't leave them out. Don't leave that out. Let's talk about the men too.
Ma'am, let me help you
That's
understand
what I'm
something.
saying. Y'all are you're. It is insane how y'all bring black women down. I mean, just on a regular basis. This is all. I mean, we're
So,
like
ma'am, listen,
on your
let's do this
nerves
then. Let's do
all the
this,
time.
Katara.
It is insane
Let's do
how
this,
y'all do
Katara.
such terrible
Let's say that
females.
black men
But we
ain't.
don't talk
Listen,
about
hold
how
on,
y'all
stop
spray
it. I'm
our
talking,
beards on.
stop it.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's say that black men ain't shit. Because a lot of us aren't, to be honest. We already know that. We know why, too. A lot of black men are pieces of shit.
Absolutely.
Well, I agree with
Okay,
you.
you're
I'm
gonna
telling
say
you, I
that.
agree.
Include that in your live. Say that.
Ma'am, I have entire shows dedicated to that. What are you talking about?
Okay, well, I haven't seen that. I'm talking about the one today, sir.
It's all
Say
good. It's
that.
all good. Listen,
Say
listen.
that in
Hold
every
on,
live.
hold on. Let's say that all African American men ain't shit. If you guys aren't doing anything wrong and your value is so high, how come Asian men, white men, and Latino men aren't coming in significant numbers to swipe you up since your value is so high and you're not doing much wrong?
I mean, there are. I get more
Ma'am, you got
Caucasian.
to
I get
stop this
more
foolishness.
of
If
every
you've watched my
other
show, you
races.
know I know
They
the
don't.
numbers on this. You got to stop this foolishness that you're
You
doing.
gotta stop believing that all these statistics that these people are putting out that they want you to believe. Do you not know your everything that
Ma'am,
you
I'm not
watch
talking about
is
low quality
controlled?
white men, low quality
Not
Asian men.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely
So
not,
you're
baby.
telling us, ma'am, that you're
I don't
letting
be
other
saying
men
that.
bust you down, yet you
Who
have the
said that?
options of high
Who
quality
said that?
Asian men, white men, and Latino men.
I have men that own gas stations that have tried to talk to me. I have men that own horses, ranches, cattle, all that. Absolutely.
Hey, have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about this? If you could cleanse your heart and exhale in your mind, ma'am, if you were willing to discard the nonsense and foolish teachings that you have very apparently inhaled and you were to pay attention to this show, ma'am, it would far, far exceed you as it pertains to be a benefit than the food. Ma'am, you're just up here talking and none of it makes any sense. You're telling
You
us that you
disagree
pass
with
up
me.
amazing men just to get busted down by other guys without any
Who said
commitment.
I'm getting? Who said I'm getting just busted down
Ma'am, there's
every
not a
day by
person on
random
this
guys?
thing who doesn't know that
You
you
just
have at
said
least two
you
sexual partners in 12 months, ma'am.
you
Don't
just
play with me. I've been doing this for a long
had,
time.
You just said you had sex within the past 12 months. So does that make you a hoe? Does that make you a hoe?
Ma'am, it doesn't
No, because
affect
you're a
me
man.
like it affects you. Do you know what a pair bond is? Never mind.
It's terrible.
Beautiful.
It's terrible.
Tell me how your day is going, gorgeous. Look at her out there embracing that sunshine. We can't hear you.
HE double hockey sticks today, huh? Oh my goodness. You just lean on people hard. You just lean.
Well,
and he's saying a bunch of nothing.
Well, here's what I like to
He has
do.
not said one thing that has affected
I
him
like
or
to
gonna
apologize to
ruin my
women.
day.
I like to apologize to women when they let me know the things that, because all I care about is whether or not I'm pushing out information that's not true, and I would love nothing more than to apologize. So beautiful. Can you tell me something I've said that's inaccurate or not true?
Well, for me, I feel that it's more of not
We
what you
hold on,
said.
hold on. We don't deal in feelings. We do not deal in feelings. Tell me something that you can prove that I said that is inaccurate or not true.
I cannot.
And I agree with that. I agree with
So
that.
where's the problem, ladies? Our goal, hold on, everybody. This is a true or false question to both of you ladies. African American men and women have had it very bad in this country. True or false?
That's true. And then here you go.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. See, this is what we're talking about.
I'm gonna hold it.
True or false that the things that we experience, they are hurting us significantly, not just for us today, but it's affecting our generations to come. True or false?
That's true. I agree with you.
Okay, now here's the last question. With everything that we have just laid out, true or false, the absolute only thing that we should be concerned about is what gets us the best results to get up out of this. True or false?
That is true. But your hateful speech does not help. It does not help. It doesn't help. You're not helping. You're just adding.
So why are women, listen, why are women in my chat, why are women contributing money to my show? Why are women telling me they appreciate what I do, man?
Mentally, I don't know what's wrong with those women. I've never.
Could it be? Could it be? Hold on. Could it be that the women who aren't saying that are the ones who have mental illness? Could that be?
Oh, they might be contributing when you're talking about the men, when you're telling truth about the men. Could that be?
Watch this. I want to show you something about these men that you talk. I want to show you something about these men you talk about. Fellas, down there in the chats, give me a hold on. You don't run this. You don't run this.
The men in your chat.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
Terrible as you
This
are.
is not that. This is not that. Listen, fellas in the chat, give me a thumbs up if you think that black men need to go above and beyond to excel higher as it pertains to skill sets and trades. Give me a thumbs up. If you disagree, give me a thumbs down. Uh-oh. Look at all the thumbs down ups. Look at it. Sip it in. Inhale it. We are not like you. It does. You just don't get what it has to do with it. So according to you, I just bashed black men. But they don't see it that way. I just told the truth on black men, but they're not in the comments. He's spewing hatred. We are not the same, ma'am. We are not the same.
We have it hard enough as black women.
No, you don't. The majority, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. The things that you have hard, you brought on yourselves. Name me some. No, stop talking. Stop it. Name me something that black women are going through that they did not bring upon themselves. And I need both of you to do that. I'm going to be quiet. Beautiful, I'm going to start with you first. Name me something terrible that black women are going through and that everybody knows that black women are going through that they did not bring upon themselves.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Come on. And you can't think of anything with your gorgeous tail. Katara,
Yes, I'm hearing.
all of these things that are causing
Jeffrey,
black women,
answer from me.
all of these, well, you
You
took
know,
a,
I mean, I cannot sit up here and say that I'm not, is this the oppression Olympics or something?
it appears to be.
Thank you. Because he's definitely oppressing.
Katara,
Black
listen to me. Listen to me. Stop doing whatever you are doing in the background. What are you doing?
I am at work.
Listen,
I have
listen,
to
listen.
watch
Stop,
work.
stop, listen. It is your turn because we're going to nip this in the bud and you are going to change today. Listen, all of that, all of those things that you guys have said, well, black women have to be strong and da-da-da.
We have
Hold
to
on,
be
stop it. Stop,
systemically.
listen, stop talking when I'm talking. What type of men have you been dealing with that allow you to do this? I don't.
I'm a Leo.
I don't care about Leo. I don't care about none of that. You can't do it up here.
Oh, okay. Okay. It might be time for me to go then.
That it might have been that time, right?
It could have been possibly a long time ago.
Name me something that black women are going through that they didn't bring upon themselves.
I don't think there we go. We're talking about you. Here you go.
I'm offended.
Black women, like all women, all black.
I don't give a damn about all women.
Because you can't put us all in one group.
They're doing better than you. These people are being left as beneficiaries to estates. Do you know they just released a study that where in the African American families, guess what gets left behind when people die? Nothing. So why do you keep on bringing up other people who are doing better than you? Don't worry about them. The truth of the matter is neither one of you can answer this question. The truth of the matter is neither one of you can answer this question. Because you answer my question first. Answer my question first. You can't start a whole nother topic without answering my question, right?
I don't believe that. I believe that it goes back.
I asked you to name me something that you ladies are going through that is not brought upon you by yourselves.
Well, we're the most unprotected group of women on this earth. Lord
God up in heaven above.
I don't.
Are you talking about the same group of women who chants regularly, I don't need no nigga? Are you serious?
Because y'all have made black women that way. That's why.
So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's not an argument. There's information behind this. Did you know that close to half of the children in the black community have been intentionally put on the wrong man? Victim. Did you know that? Victim. You guys are the biggest liars of the bunch.
Here we go.
I mean, this isn't my opinion. This is a fact. This is a fact.
Go ahead and keep bashing black women. Go ahead.
Am I bashing or telling the truth, ma'am? There's women down here saying it. But listen, here's what you got. Listen, here's what you guys, hold on. Here's what you guys do when women even acknowledge it. Oh, she's just a pick me. No, she just has read this. She has the information. She also knows about 5 of her cousins who they couldn't figure out who the father of the child was. You are in denial, ma'am, and you will never get better until you get out.
Absolutely not. I'm not in denial.
So why can't you? Why are you putting all? Listen, okay. So let's do this. You said you guys were dealt this hand.
Because y'all. I have never seen a live where there is a black man talking about how a white woman wears tracks, how she wears wigs.
We don't care about them, and you shouldn't either.
You should not sit up.
Do you know? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. We know what you're doing. You're only bringing up these other races of women to get the fire out from up under you right now. That's all you're doing. So listen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you care about the marital rate of the white community?
I don't give a damn about that.
So why do you keep bringing these people up, ma'am?
Because you're not black men. Y'all don't play. You're not playing fair.
Ma'am, if you knew how crazy you sounded right now, you jump off of this line and you block me.
How is that playing crazy? How is that? How do I sound crazy?
You just
No,
admitted to
because
me.
y'all
You
don't.
just admitted to me that there is no
Okay.
reason at all for you to care about them, but you keep injecting them into the conversation.
Exactly. You're a misogynist. I'm gonna
Now,
go. I'm gonna
no,
go
no,
online.
you're not going
I'm
nowhere.
gonna go
Tell me
online
what a
and start
tell me what a
watching black
misogynist
women
is. Tell
look
me,
at
hold on. No, no,
white
no.
men
I want all of you to
the
know.
way
This woman does not know what a misogynist is.
I.
You have the floor right
Okay.
now. Tell us what it
I asked
is.
the question.
No, no, no. Tell us what a
Yes.
Go
misogynist.
ahead,
Oh,
go.
I said
Because you're
no.
not talking about nothing. Yes,
Tell
you
us what a
is.
misogynist is.
A misogynist is
It
a
is a
man.
Stop
person
it.
who
Stop it.
is
Beautiful. I'm going to knock you off of here. I'm not talking to you. Tell us what a misogynist is.
A misogynist is a man that basically believes that a woman is up under them,
Oh, my
is
God.
beneath them.
Ma'am, it is not. A misogynist hates women, ma'am. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Absolutely, exactly, they hate women.
Do you have a job, ma'am?
They're different.
Do you have a job?
I'm very educated.
No, you're not.
Very educated.
Ma'am, you don't know what a misogynist is.
I
You
just
got that
answered
from
your question
somebody
a
else's
minute ago.
live chat and you heard it and you said, that's a nice
Right.
word. I like the way that thing rolls off my tongue. I can't wait to be able to say that.
That's exactly what a misogynist
I
is.
have
A
a
man that
question for you,
believes
ma'am.
a woman
Do
beneath
you
him.
have a job or are
A
you
man
on
that
welfare?
hates
Do
women.
you have a job or are you on welfare?
I just told you I don't have children. How am I on
Okay,
welfare?
okay. The person who hired you, are you equal to them or are you below them?
I'm very valuable in this company.
I asked you a
It does not
question.
matter.
I
It
asked
does
you a
not matter.
question.
I'm just as educated as they are.
I asked you a question. Are you equal to your supervisor or beneath?
I mean, I'm just as valuable as they are.
I asked you,
Probably even
can
more
you
valuable.
fire your supervisor?
No, I cannot.
So that means that your supervisor is above you, right?
I wouldn't say that, but yeah,
The hell you mean? Do you know how crazy you
I
are?
wouldn't say that. I am not. No one is above me, honey. I don't give a damn what kind of degree you have
And
or
ma'am,
anything.
that's why.
But
That's
in the
why you will
corporate
only listen,
world,
listen.
in the
That
corporate
mentality
world,
that
yes,
you
ma'am.
have is the very reason you will only be good for this. Men will only use you for sex. You
You
can't be
had a good fucking
communicated with.
time.
Listen, it's
Y'all
why
had
you
a
don't
good
have a
time.
man right now.
I
You
had
are
a
so difficult to have a conversation with, even under the
I
pretense
am
of logic
what?
and facts. Listen, the person who owns that facility, are you equal to that individual?
No, duh, no,
So
no.
that means that person has to be above you.
Yes, they are.
Okay, is that person a misogynist?
Could be, possibly. He could hate women, possibly.
Who said it's a he, ma'am?
I'm telling you, it's a he.
Okay, so what? Why would you say that? Because he's a misogynist because he's above you? Is that why? See,
No, that's not
your
the same. That's
information,
not
your
the same
information is so
definition. That's not
terrible.
exactly what I said.
It
That's
is
not what I
exactly what
said.
you said. You
That is
said that
not
I'm a
what I said.
misogynist because I believe women are beneath us. You are
I said
beneath
that is
us. If you weren't beneath
that
us,
is
we
the
wouldn't be
way
caught up on.
misogynists
If
behave.
you were not beneath us, we wouldn't be caught up on to protect your lives. How can I protect you and I'm only as strong as you? I can only bench press what you can bench press. I'm only as tough as you. I
God did
have
not
to
make
I
men to
have
be
to be
above women.
superior. Men are
He did
above
not.
women. Are you
He
crazy?
did not. He did not make you to sit there and just believe that your woman is supposed to be is supposed to walk. Come on,
Listen,
baby.
listen. The brother said this. If he hates women, her black ass would have been fired.
Child, fuck you in your chat. How about that?
That the black woman. We know, ma'am. I'm surprised you didn't go this route way before. We know how you guys are. That's
What are
your
you
regular
talking about?
conversation. Child
Oh,
F,
black women.
child F you. And yet you think you're gonna get a high value man. Ma'am, you will continue to part your legs like the Red Sea, and that will be the only attention and
No.
adoration you get.
Well, baby, you know where you can go.
Tell me
You
where I
know
can
where you
go.
can definitely go.
Tell me where I can go, child of God. Because we
I'm
know
not
you're
gonna
one
say
of
that.
those ones who's a Christian too on
I'm not
Sundays.
gonna say that. I'm not a Christian.
What are you? Spiritual.
I mean, holy person. I'm not a Christian.
You know what we know about women who say I'm holy or spiritual? The reason you guys have adopted that in such large masses is because it relieves you of the duty of doing what the Bible or the Quran says to do. You guys don't want to put in work for anything, which is why most of you are obese or overweight. Instead of going to the gym, you go get waist trainers. Instead of taking care of your face, you pile on makeup. Instead of styling your hair, you throw in hair weave. You guys are shortcut experts. The reason you guys have adopted this new religion of spiritual is because that's something you can adapt that doesn't require you to really execute any type of discipline, effort, or work. Miss Jazzy,
Hi, Stacy.
tell me how your day is going.
My day is going lovely.
That's what I'm
How's your
talking
day?
about. You know, hey, listen, don't play with me. You know my life is amazing, right?
Like you just bring women up here that agree with you.
You don't even know
I
if
have
she
not
was
even
finna
said a
say she
word.
hates me. This
I
is
have
what I'm
not.
telling you guys. This woman could have some criticism for me, but this black woman she has to talk.
I sure am a proud black woman.
Well, you shouldn't be proud when you're in error. That's why shame is so amazing, ma'am. You should not always be proud of yourself. Shame is an immaculate tool that can transform lives. Jazzy, tell me what I got wrong.
Okay.
Hey, sis.
So hey, how are you? So I just want to just give me a second. Let me land my plane. I want
That plane better have a
to
short
extend
trip.
grace. It will be short. Okay. I want to extend grace to women who already had this trauma from their parents, didn't get the right upbringing, and they're learning the right way to handle a man. Because not listen. I had to learn to shut my mouth. I've been married for 11 years, and I came from a line of loud women,
Listen, I
strong,
need you ladies
independent
to do
women.
this. Listen, Jazzy, promise me, I gotta shut this down. We've said some words that I know is gonna trigger this live. I'm gonna shut it down, launch it right back. I need all of you to come right back up here.
Okay.
You too, beautiful. Get your ASS back up here. Shout out to all of my people on YouTube over here. I feel like we needed to kill that live a little bit ago. There was too many bad words that were crossed. Uh, 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 uh. Y'all know DP don't play. What the world is going on? It's just like Jazzy. It's just like Jazzy. Come on. Don't play with me. Talk to me.
Okay. So, like I was saying, I had to learn to. First of all, I had to learn how to talk to a man, and it was probably year two when we went to counseling, and I was trying to figure out why we were not yet married. Why didn't he propose? And when he started telling me in that safe space, I really understood. Like, oh, it's my mouth. It's the strong women that I come from. And then I just recently watched my mother pass alone. And that was like a really traumatizing experience. That's something that I don't want to experience. So I do believe that we, as a generation, need to tone it down in how we talk to men and figure out what the men want from us. It's not a pick me thing. It's a do you want to be protected or not thing. Because I cannot protect myself. I cannot protect my children by myself. I need my
Sound like a
touch.
feminine, quality, valuable woman to me, people.
I have to want to be chosen. I'm already chosen. Yeah, I'm already chosen.
My question to you is, and where a lot of my information comes from is I attempt to step in women's shoes so that I know I'm not pressing them too hard. I attempt to step in their shoes and say, as hard as you're coming right now, do you think it's warranted if you were a woman? My question to you is this, Jazzy. Can you acknowledge with all that black men have been through? I'm just going to say it. Let's go, people. Turbulence, people. African American women have absolutely destroyed the entire image of the African American community. The only reason it didn't affect men as much is because a lot of people think Africa. This is why we're most desired group of men on the planet. Because you guys can see, I asked men down there, do we need to get more assertive about getting skill sets? Do you consider a man who does not take care of his children a deadbeat? We don't go delusional. Even if we do something wrong, we don't go delusional about it. You guys are half naked 90% of the time. The interactions that people have with you scars them, right? You guys are slashing each other's faces in airports. You guys are doing all of the things that traumatized black men do. You guys started this thing where women are calling men, bro. You resemble many versions of dysfunctional black men. Now, my point in it is this. I understand what you're saying. I promise you I do. Are African American men ever allowed to be tired of this shit?
Yes. I mean, yes.
Do you think we are okay with people talking about women who are the same color as us like they are beneath trash? Do you think we like that? We can't lie. We can't argue with them. No, the things they say are true. African American women, 63% have multiple children by multiple men. White professors. I'm not going to ask you. I was going to ask you guys to guess. I was going to say, name me the leading cause of the collapse of the black community, but it's too vague. It's the children. Do you know what happens to children who are born without a father? They're 9 times, children who are born with a father are 9 times more likely to graduate college, right? 3 times more likely to be in a functional relationship of their own. Teen pregnancy reduces significantly, right? They say the power associated, this is not me, the power, and this study was not conducted with just blacks, the entire world. The power associated with a man raising the children is almost the equivalent of being raised in a 2-parent household. But guess what our women have taken fancy to? Just getting busted down. The reason we know is because all these things have something in common. How is it possible for at a 46% rate for women to be pawning men off on the wrong man? That means she has to be having sex with multiple people at that time, right? That's one. How is it possible for you guys to be 5 times the abortion rate of anybody else? That has to be sex, just recreational sex, right? How can you guys be driving the STD rate up like that? Unprotected sex. You guys are out here. I'm coming to the goddess. Historically, African American men have been the only thing that has ever been able to control black women. The American government helped black women escape from black men, and you guys have been the scourge of the earth since. That's why white men aren't coming in significant numbers to date you. Asian men, I would definitely be open to saying, hold on, black men can only date black women. There must be something wrong with us. If the rest of the world don't want us, that's the boat you guys are in. It's not because you're not beautiful. We know that. We know that. It's not because your shapes aren't banging. We know that. It's not because the sex isn't amazing. We know that. So, ma'am, what other things could it be? You guys are unpleasant to be around. You guys have driven your own stock price in the ground. You're the easiest to have sex with. Listen, you guys don't even ask men when you meet them at the club or whatever. You don't ask these men what school they went to, what mental health issues run in their families, what sicknesses run in their families, Were they raised by a father? You know the only criteria that is needed to be met in order to have sex with a black woman? Ooh, girl, he fine. That's it, ma'am. You know it, and I know it. It's not destroying. It's over for the black community. It's been over for some years now. We keep playing this game. Pretend we've done simulated models. We don't have enough time to recover from this. We haven't even stopped digging the hole yet. In order to rebuild something, first you got to put the dirt that you dug, you got to start filling the hole back up. Man, we're still digging the hole. Goddess. Steph the goddess, going once.
What's up?
Tell me how your evening's going.
It's going fine.
Cam up. Come and talk to me. I just do that because I don't know the rest of the words. You know, in case you were wondering.
See, he can be so charming, ladies. See, when he wants to be.
Other than that, he's an a-hole.
I just feel like your content is geared towards trashing black women, and that's kind of hard to hear.
I respect that. But I asked you to cam up, though. Come on.
Wait, I don't know how to do that. Hold on.
Yeah, you got enough followers. Look, she hurried up and jumped up off it. There's a woman down here who says he's trying to help y'all. But see, there's only a certain caliber of women who get that. My mom didn't. My mom was on the worldwide net when she found out that I started this show, and she said, "You hate women." 1 week later, I saw the top of a message come across my Facebook when I had one. I saw the top, I couldn't read the rest. A week later, I read it. Well, I must admit, the more that I watch your show, the more it makes sense to me. We will never seriously date women who can't comprehend us in our simplicity. Do you guys know how that would be? Yeah, babe, I'm thinking about taking us over here to, the sit and go, the Centiso. Well, why can't we go to? We don't give a fuck about your breakage. Get over it. We should not have to deal with it. Did you know that we have breakage too? Did you know that? But we're not over here trying to campaign and encourage you guys and trick you into accepting us broken. Because in our logic, we don't see where a logical woman could be tricked into accepting a broken human being. So what we try to do is get from you what we want. We're definitely not going to play delusional. That's what you guys do. No one can stand it either. I call you ladies up here. I want you guys to understand something. I call you ladies up here after you tell me how much I hate women, and I ask you to name something true that I have said that led you to believe that, and nobody ever can. That's an internal problem, ladies. That's an internal problem. It means that you've encountered something that I've said that sent shockwaves across your eardrum, but to hell with your eardrum. Is what that man said true or false? Because if I find that it's true and he says that I need to stop wearing Jordans all the time, I need to stop wearing jeans all the time, I need to stop littering myself in makeup, I need to stop locking my hair with weave all the time, and I should maybe get me a stylist off of Craigslist or somewhere, get me a femininity coach, somebody who can help me walk correctly in high heels, somebody who can show me how to wear these sundresses more effectively, somebody who can style my natural hair, somebody who can help me create the look that accommodates me naturally without plethoras of makeup. You become a more valuable human, which I thought was the goal. I thought that was the goal. For anybody who does not understand the entire premise of my show, I want to give you something to take back to whoever asked you what my show is predicated upon. The absolute 1000% only thing that we care about on this show is the best possible outcome for two people's lives in their later years. That is all I give a damn about. I don't care how you feel. And my grandpa told me this one day. He's seen me hustling. He's seen me had same clothes on for 3 days. Hustling. When I walked across the street, I was walking up on the porch. And my grandpa said, "Boy, look at you, boy. I reckon it'd take a downright tramp to jump in bed with you." It's real. The understanding that we have that leads us to the path of correction, you guys break at the midway point. You snap at the midway point, which is why the first words out of your mouth is, "Well, I feel." We don't give a damn how you feel. If you don't perform with us, we're getting rid of you. And we'll take an Asian woman, a Latino woman, and we will still produce black children. We don't have to deal with this. We don't. We don't deserve to. I agree with what Jazzy said. Jazzy said, shout out to all of the women who have overcome their breakage, acknowledged that they were broke, and started doing better. I love you. All of you women. And I mean that from the pits of my stomach. Because it takes something to overcome. It takes a special individual to say, I'm going to listen. They're on the last key before they press send. They've already written the text. You hate women, you black ignorant niggas. They're about to press send. But it takes a special woman to say, you know what? Let me see if I can grasp what he's talking about. These are special women who have not already been doomed and condemned. But I'm going to tell you, though a lot of you don't know what blaspheme is. Blaspheme is when you are beyond forgiveness. It is just not in you to do better. Those women, we don't need them. We do not need them. The overwhelming majority of black women, we don't need them, and we should walk past them. We should start dating outside of our race. So intentionally, so that we could produce children whose mother came from a background where when you ask her, how come you never took on that Ratchet twerking in the middle of the street? Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It looked fun, but it would bring shame upon my mom and dad. We need to start building children with those women. You know why? So that Jazzy, so that your son has something clean to breed on top of. So that that child, that adult that your son breeds with is not so tainted with psychological dysfunction, right? Identity issues, right? Damage due to not being raised around a father. We got to get away from that. And we can't save everybody else. We can't. We have to simply move on to what works. Most black women are zombies. They're broken beyond repair, right? So if you want your children, I find it very ironic, to be honest, that we preach all of these things about men like myself hating women and things like that, but some majority of you have sons. How come you aren't taking up for him? How come you aren't fighting on his behalf just like I am up here? How come you aren't telling these women about raising their children in an ill manner so that your son doesn't have to lock in? It's like you guys don't love your sons. You just champion for the women. You champion for the women. And most of you got sons. And it's crazy to us. You're willing to let your son experience a terrible dating outcome that may set him back 10 or 20 years in his life. Also, you can ride that feminism wagon. That's insane. Go ahead. Come and talk to me. 1000%. He said, and for this cause, I shall give them over to a reprobate mind, that seeing they shall not see, hearing they shall not hear. Black women are cursed. And the only way to break that curse is surrender to the Lord your God Almighty. It's the only way. A lot of you have taken on the mantle that you believe you can be a ratchet skank throughout the week, but long as you show up at church on Sunday, you all good. No, you're not. No, you're not. Which is why you will not get married. If we can't talk to you, we will only stroke you. That is it. I promise you that. You will get this. That is all you will ever hear. The moment a man squirts when he's on top of you is the infamous belt buckle jingle, which signals that man's exit. And the only reason that you'll hear the infamous belt buckle jingle is when a man finds out that there is nothing better that he could get out of you than an orgasm. It is what it is. Listen, men don't see something amazing and opt to run in the opposite direction. It's that simple. Who does that? Oh my gosh, bro, just every time I'm around her, the way she moved me, the way she make me feel, bro, it make me just want to be at her spot all the time. But you know what? I think I'm going to end it with her. Who the hell does that? Apparently, these women are getting banged out, stretched out. First, is because they are the type of women who loves nothing more than to get banged out and stretch out. They don't want to be locked down by one man because they want to participate in their father's program for them, Satan. Most women, most African American women worship Satan. I said it, I don't give a damn. Turbulence, people. Well, a significant portion of our community is going to perish. There's no doubt about that. And it's about to happen within the next few months. When I say perish, I mean be removed from this planet. Like, you'll see. Um, there's been women who come up here, and when I say those things that send shockwaves across people's ears, there's women who will say, no, listen, my husband told me exactly what Stacy said. You guys thought we were going to you guys thought we were going to come to America, experience all of the luxuries and the greatness of this first world freedom, right? And you never stopped to think what goes up must come down? You thought this was going to be it for us? Even an uneducated person can make the right technological advancement and become a millionaire? Food in abundance, clean water in abundance, leave our showers. You thought we were going to get this forever? You didn't think that this was going to fall? See, men don't think like women. We know that bad female, she's a 10. Everybody believes it. I got to keep my eye on her. We don't believe that there's not a price that you have to pay for good things. We believe every valuable item requires some form of payment. And it typically does, which is why black people do so bad. We hire backyard alley mechanics and things like that. If the price sounds too good to be true, it is. It is. If you know your stomach looks like a Little Debbie oatmeal pie that somebody found in a couch 10 years after they were moving out of the house, if you know you 220 pounds, if you in your heart know that even after you put on this $1,400 worth of makeup and hair weave, you still just an average looking person and got 3 kids by 3 different men on top of that, when God sends you that man who is a supervisor at In-N-Out Burger, you ought to fall to the ground and worship God Almighty and say, I didn't think you loved me at first, but now I know you do. Who the hell do y'all think y'all are? It's the only group of women who are at the lowest of the totem pole who requires the top 20% of men. And you're crazy. We think y'all are crazy. And it's why you get the outcomes you get. We lead in obesity. Our women have multiple children by multiple men, and you guys talk down on the working class man because you really think Michael B. Jordan is going to answer your damn DMs, and you done already sent 300 of them. You people are crazy to us. You're crazy to the world. I'm going to say it again. Turbulence, people. A woman who does not have a man and is not aware of the importance of a man is worth zero value on this planet. You can't even think coherently without us. It is men. We don't have to protect you from white supremacy. We don't have to protect you from other people. Our thing is to protect you from you. You guys do more damage to yourselves and the black community than any other external force. Anybody who disagrees, counter me right now. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You have to counter me. Then I'm going to answer your question about what we do. Name me something that black women have to go through that is not their fault.
I'm your huckleberry.
Okay, now what we do about it, we separate. Why on God's earth? Go ahead. Stop, stop, hold on, stop, stop, stop. Did you know? Did you know that black men know that black men aren't perfect too? And all we ask of you is improvement. We don't ask that you get better. We're just witnessing you get worse. You're regressing. You're not progressing. Since I hate black women, right? I hate black women. You put that on me. But where are the African American women who are protesting in large numbers? And I'm talking about there is hands. You guys have bonded hands and have put a circle around Interscope Records, around Columbia Records, right? Around Dreamscope. And you guys have organized like you do with the political fashion and told them that if you guys keep on pushing out these broken human beings, Glorilla, Sukiana, Sexy Red, and putting millions of dollars behind them so that they can be the new influence of our children, we will not shop at Walmart one more day. See, you put it on me, but you won't do what you need to do. Where are you ladies when all of these women are up here acting terrible on social media, ruining your image? You say, I hate black women. Then what do you say about women who are making you look bad? Nothing. You ain't at work every day. You have scrolled past some of those things where black women are half naked, twerking and stuff. You could have left a comment up under there and you know it. See, you're putting all the work on us, but then when we speak on it, we hate y'all. It's crazy to us. Miss Bell, going once, going twice. Miss Bell, are you here? Our politicians will have to be lobbied in order for significant measures to be. No, you guys just got to stop concerning yourselves with white society. The power lies in the hands of your submission. You are nothing without black men. You don't even exist. What you have proved, listen, people say things like this. Well, black men and black women, no, we need each other. Are you crazy? Black men don't, listen, we've already proven that to be false. Black men don't need black women. You know how we know? We haven't had you for some decades. You think black men have black women? You guys are a bigger detriment to us than white supremacy itself. Listen, we don't know of any white supremacist groups that are online wishing death upon Kevin Samuels. And then after he dies, standing on it. There is Sister Shahrazad Ali said this. She said the black woman is responsible for the bad reputation of the black man. She said, we the only ones who know the innermost details about y'all. Can't no white woman get up there and formulate no opinion about deadbeat dads and stuff. White women don't even know how to formulate the words Ray Ray or Pookie. Y'all do it to us. It's y'all who give us the bad brand. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is crazy about us. African American men are desired by every nationality of women on the planet, even when they're rich, billionaire rich. Yet you can't say the same for black women. Give me some pushback if you can. I don't give a damn. Listen, hold on. I'm going to let you go, but I'm just going to say this. Turbulence, people. No one wants black women. You guys have done such damage to your value that there are no group of people in significant numbers coming in today. Latino, everybody who black men can date, you can't. We can date. We are desired by, listen, these are numbers. Plenty of fish. I don't have to go through this. These are numbers. These are real. This is not our opinion. You guys get swiped left on more than any other demographic of women on Tinder. Black men don't. Black men don't. We are the most desired group of even superseding white men, and they have economic superior over us. But beautiful. It appears you have some pushback. Let's go. The honorable, late great Kevin Samuel said, "The world does not owe you any sympathy or forgiveness. Either do better or don't. Get left behind. It doesn't matter. If you keep a delivery from causing you to grow and develop more, that's on you. We don't even need women like that. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all of the women who can hear me say, and yes, 6 times 6 is 36. Nah, that's bullshit. I don't like the way he said that. It is a blessing from the Lord our God above that the woman makes that statement and lets us know that she feels like that, because those are the women who we need not to walk past, but to run fast away from. We can't build anything with those women. Beautiful. We don't give a beautiful. We don't give a damn. See, you know what gets negated a lot? How high black men are called upon to perform. Only only 15% of the men in the United States are 6 foot and above. The average African American man makes between $40,000 and $44,000 a year. Yet you guys are calling up on us to make 100,000, and we only get treated like that by black women. Every other women, they're honored just to be with us. And you can't say it's because they want the black D experience. Because if that's the case, why are they marrying us when they're a billionaire and we're broke? I say this often. The Kardashians are 10 times, 20 times worth more than all of the black men that they date. So if they only want the black D experience, why aren't they letting these men get them pregnant and giving them money to bail out their tax situations? See, you guys want to devalue black men so bad, you want to say, oh, they just want the black D experience. No, they're latching on to black man, whether you like to hear it or not. You know why? Because we are the shit. We are the shit, and the whole world knows it. From the way we walk, whatever we touch turns to gold, right? We create the latest fads. Now, see, right then, I would have only busted you down. We wouldn't have been in a relationship, beautiful. I would have only busted you down with that jigaboo behavior. How come you're not in a relationship, beautiful? Stop lying. Okay, so let's do this, beautiful. I'm an amazing man. You've seen me all over the internet. But seemingly every time I cross paths with you, I'm very polite with you, right? And I shoot compliments your way. I tell you how gorgeous your black lips are and everything, right? And I'm constantly telling you about, hey, listen, girl, where are you at? Because LAX is only around the corner. Are you telling me that you just would kick me to the curb? Would you just kick me to the curb? Okay, beautiful. It simply means that you are open to an amazing man. You just haven't been selected by one. So how about say that instead of I don't want one? Because when you guys say that, it permeates throughout all of your energy, and men can see that type of feminist behavior. Yes, stop saying happily single and all that stuff. You guys don't know it, but when you say that stuff, single by choice, happily single, it becomes a part of your DNA. And whenever you're walking, whenever you're talking, you start moving in that energy and it turns men off. But here's the booby trap door. Men aren't going to say, that thing that you just said to me, it turned me off. No, they're only going to continue saying everything that they need to say to get them panties down, bust you down, and then move on away because you said some things and you had some energy that caused me to know that you're not a long term benefit. Nah, 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 nah. That's a specific type of woman. Men don't typically run in the opposite direction of women that they have deemed to be very valuable. The overwhelming majority of African American women are low in value. And it's because not because they're bad people, it's because they have adopted a fake culture that was made by white society to where our women are openly moving under the concept of PRO stitution. All they talk about is money. They tell you that they'll bust down for money, and they really have no morals. They have no solid thing by which they stand up on and affirm their decisions on. Like me, there's certain things that I try not to do because I know it will have God disappointed in me, right? Most African American women have nothing like that. They just move according to the pleasures that they desire and what makes them feel good, which is why you guys say, I want to disagree with this information because of how it make me feel. Black men don't have that luxury. No men have that luxury. You really just asked me that? Because based on her value, based on Ebony K's value, the only man that she would be able to get would be a low value man, and Ebony K won't date a low value man. But if she were to take herself and insert herself into the realm of quality men wouldn't put up with that masculine energy. There's only a couple of things that Ebony K could do for me, and both of them revolve around a hole. That's it. I would not dare waste my time and sit up and try to have a conversation with Ebony K. She would be forced, based on how low her sexual marketplace value is, she would be forced to throw her success, have conversations build it around her success or her looks or something like that, because she has nothing tangible internally as far as her personality that can keep a man's attention. She's not soft. She's not feminine, right? The only thing that I can get from Ebony K is this, and I can get that from anybody. Crazy part is, I'm about to shut the show down, though, people. We're about to, those of you, and we're about to do a clip on Ebony K over here. I want to show you guys some of these clips over here. Those of you who want to see these clips, I'm about to turn the TikTok off. Come on over here to The Real Stacey Prince on YouTube, or go down in my TikTok profile, hit the YouTube icon, and it'll shoot you right over here. I appreciate you coming up. Beautiful.